Locals came back later that night and tried to burn the building down. Wow. That's what happened. So one of my friends had left his car there. He went out, he came back to pick up his car, and smoke was pouring out of the building. So he calls the fire department, the police, everybody comes. They lit a pile of oily rags on fire to try to burn the ramp and building down. That was it. That was the final straw. The landlord was not happy. He was like, "You guys are out." We're like, "Okay, we're out." Tear the ramp down. I'm devastated. I'm addicted to vert. I need to be skating vert every day, all the time. Now our vert ramp's gone.
This was the early 90s too.
Early 90s.
Vert's dead,
vert's
right?
dead.
Yeah.
Brian Schaefer, a few months later, we had the ramp sitting in his dad's like garage, like behind his garage somewhere.
Oh, so you broke it down properly.
We broke it down. It was, Tim Payne built it proper. So when we took it apart, came apart in perfect pieces. We set it there, but it's Florida. It was not treated wood. It's sitting outside under some tarps. It's like that thing is going to rot in like 6 months. But 2 or 3 months later, Schaefer calls, "Hey, I found a building. I'm renting it. We're going to put the vert ramp back up." And that's Skatepark at Tampa.
Wow.
So that was January 1st, 1993. Damn. We met him at the new spot. Here it is. And he opens the door. We walk in there. We're like, "Yeah, this could work." It's like, and then here we are. That was 93, and now it's 32 years later.
Damn.
And all that history and everything that has gone down in there. I've been there for most of it. I feel so lucky and blessed, but it all came from that. So it was like so many factors coming together to make that happen.
The vert ramp didn't last though, right? At the skate park at Tampa, they had taken it down.
Well,
at a certain point,
right. At first, it was right in the middle of what is now the street course, like right there, boom. And then we started building street stuff around it. But back then, a bunch of people lived in the building. Schaefer lived there for years, and Kirk the Jerk lived there. You can get him on. There were probably 5 or 6 people living in there. And that's when so many people started coming to town. "We've heard you got a cool scene here." People like hopping trains, all kinds of like weirdos and trolls from everywhere.
Really?
Just showing up. There was a kid named Hall Rat. He lived in the hall. I don't know what his name was. He was there forever.
And wait a minute, can I just really quickly, the skate park at Tampa, when you're in the era you're talking about, was it a public park or was it just a warehouse for the homies?
Honestly,
what is going on?
That's such a good question. It was not started as a skate park.